Okay, so AI is everywhere, right? But what does that actually mean for your job? Well, today we're going to dig into the one skill, the one thing that AI just can't touch.
So let's just get right to it. This is the big question, isn't it? Will a robot do my job? You've probably thought about it. I know I have. And you know what? It's a totally fair question. So let's just dive right in and tackle it.
And look, the first thing we have to get straight is this isn't some sci-fi movie that's decades away. Nope. Artificial intelligence is already here, it's working behind the scenes, and it's changing the game as we speak.
All right, so let's frame this up. We're calling this the AI challenge. To figure out where we fit in, we've got to understand what we're actually dealing with here. What's the real challenge? Okay, so here's what AI is really good at. It's an absolute beast at spotting patterns and doing the same thing over and over again, super fast and without mistakes. That's why we're seeing it pop up in technical jobs, anything repetitive, data processing, basically any work that follows a clear, predictable set of rules.
But here's the thing. For all that incredible power, all that data crunching, there's something it just can't replicate. And that right there is where we come in. That's our secret weapon.
Yep, we're calling it the human superpower. And listen, the key here is that this isn't about trying to be a faster calculator than a computer. No way. It's about leaning into what makes us, well, us, the stuff that makes us uniquely human. Let's break that down.
So check this out. On one side, you've got AI. It's a genius at processing data, recognizing patterns, doing repetitive stuff. But on our side, the human side, that's where you find creativity, imagination, emotional intelligence, and something really important, life experience. See, AI has data. We have stories.
All right, so let's get a little more specific. What is this superpower really made of? It pretty much comes down to two big ideas, creativity and emotion.
First up, creativity. And when I say that, I don't just mean, being an artist. This is about coming up with a genuinely new idea. It's about using your imagination to connect things that seem totally unrelated and spark some real innovation.
And the second piece of the puzzle? Emotional intelligence. This is huge. It's our ability to feel empathy, to really get what someone else is going through. It's the absolute foundation for being a good leader, for building real, genuine connections with people.
You see, here's the fundamental difference. AI can copy patterns. It looks at all the data that already exists, billions of examples, and gets amazing at remixing it. But it can't create from experience. Why? Because it's never had one. It's never felt anything.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. A robot can write content, but it cannot feel pain, joy, failure, or success. Just think about that for a second. An AI has never felt that gut punch of failure or that incredible high of a big win. It just doesn't know what those things are.
Okay, great theory, right? But how does this play out in the real world? Let's talk about the jobs where this human superpower isn't just a bonus, it's the entire point. The irreplaceable jobs.
I mean, just think about it. An entrepreneur needs a totally new vision. A leader has to inspire people, to connect with them. A great teacher or a therapist, their entire job is built on empathy. And creative pros, well, they live and breathe this stuff. These jobs aren't about crunching numbers, they're about understanding humans.
When it all boils down, here's the truth. A human story connects with us. It hits us on an emotional level because it comes from a real person with real experiences. AI content, it might be perfect, but it just doesn't have that soul. It can't fake that connection.
Okay, so we get it. We know what makes us different. So now, the big question is, how do we adapt? What do we actually do with this knowledge? Let's get into a real plan for the future.
And this right here might be the most important takeaway of all. The goal is not to compete with AI. It's not a race you're going to win. The real goal is to adapt with it. It's to figure out how to lean into the stuff that only we can do.
So, what's your path forward? It's pretty clear, actually. Number one, actively work on your creativity. Get curious, ask weird questions. Number two, get better at communication, like really listening and connecting with people. And number three, focus on developing that emotional intelligence.
Look, here's the bottom line. In a world filled with AI, your biggest advantage, your most valuable asset is, well, it's you. It's your humanity. That's the best career insurance there is. So focus on what makes you human.
So that's the big idea.
But I want to leave you with a question. Not about some distant future, but about right now, this week. What's one uniquely human skill, whether it's creativity or empathy or connection? What's one skill you're going to focus on building this week?